Professor and class. I'm Alvin Malcolm. I'll be presenting today on migrating to the cloud, the legal, security, and privacy data concerns. History of the cloud. Cloud computing was not widely implemented until the emergence of Amazon Web Services. Amazon is the foremost leader in cloud computing. Amazon has since seen some strong competitors like Microsoft, Azure, Google Cloud, just to name a few. What is cloud computing? Amazon, a top tier cloud provider, defines cloud computing as the on demand delivery of computer power, database storage, applications, and IT resources through a cloud service platform via the internet with pay as you go pricing. How does cloud computing work? AWS Cloud provides an easy way to global computing, access servers, storage database, analytics, application, and deployment services using the internet. This internet this in turn helps an organization reduce IT costs, move rapidly, and scale their applications. AWS retains ownership and maintenance of AWS retains ownership and maintenance of the network hardware that re- that runs the application services, while an organization uses a web application to provision and use what is needed for their applications. Cloud computing provides an organization the opportunity to not make a large upfront investment in hardware and the resources to manage such hardware. AWS cloud infrastructure provides the following advantages: go global in minutes, no more data center infrastructure to maintain, increase speed and agility, no need to guess capacity, substitute capital expense for variable expenses. A disadvantage is migration is quite resource intensive, requiring adequate CPU cycles, memory capacity, system cache, and network bandwidth. AWS cloud infrastructure provides three types. You have the infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. The image demonstrates the traditional network with a number of hops and the cloud with two hops. Here we have hop from company C through the firewall, application server, then database in order to get to company A, while in the cloud is from C to the cloud, from the cloud to company A. Here we're looking at another diagram which demonstrates the different kinds of clouds that a service provider will provide. But from the control and manage aspect, only the cloud provider is in control of that. No access is provided to the back end. The organization only has the ability to provision using these three: the PAS, the SAAS, and the IaaS. Migrating from local servers is one migration, but in the cloud, servers continuously migrate based on organizational need. Here demonstrates these two servers powering off while the virtual machines are migrating to a new set of servers with probably increased resources for whatever the organization requires at that moment. Applications involved in VM migration. You have power management, resource sharing, fault tolerance, system maintenance, load balancing, and mobile computing. Migrating applications and services. Cloud technology has offered organizations the opportunity to keep and improve past software while taking advantage of changes in the IT environment. Different types of application migration. In our replace, this replaces certain components with cloud offerings and is the least evasive type of migration. Partially migrate some application functionality to the cloud, which equates to one or more application layers. Migrate the whole software stack, move entire software application wrapped in a VM. Cloudify the application. This is where you move both data and business logic to the cloud. Migrating applications and services. Now, this is pretty much demonstrating here you would have a traditional uh, provision for application, but with the cloud infrastructure, you can use the Google public cloud or the Amazon public cloud to store your data to provide information for your application presentation and business layer. Migrating web services. So not only are applications required to migrate to the cloud, you also have to migrate your web services. When thinking about migrating web services, you have to look at these five steps: cloud infrastructure, service selection, cloud VM image selection, cloud VM image customization, migration strategy definition, migration strategy application. And after looking at this, it will assist you in determining which cloud provider is best suited for your business need. Here we have a diagram demonstrating some of the decisions required before you can finalize moving your web services. So with component requirements here, all the solid line are influences. So it influences your decision on your image. Then, after you made the decision on the image, you'll go here and choose whether image A, B, or C, whichever is best suited for your business need. Same with the services provided. We move on to security. Amazon has provided Armor as their security feature. It includes intrusion detection, malware protection, patch monitoring, file integrity monitoring, external vulnerability, and logon event scans. So they basically take care of the back end for you, as mentioned before, and you have to take care of your data and your application security pretty much. AWS provides a shared responsibility environment. They secure the infrastructure while the customer secures workloads, data, and application. Relying on providers such as AWS for all security needs is just not enough. Armor is managed 24/7, 365 to provide active detection in the AWS environment. AWS GovCloud. This type of cloud was created for organizations to conform to the laws for storing data like FERPA and HIPAA, to name a few. GovCloud. It provides a regional authentication completely isolated from Amazon, physical and logical network isolation from other regions, an ITAR compliant infrastructure, and is appropriate for all types of controlled unclassified information and unclassified data. FIPS 140-2 approved cryptographic modules for all AWS services API endpoints. Here, this diagram shows the configuration of a production VPC, which is synonymous with VPNs. While another in another diagram, we'll see the VPCs further explained. This is just showing that it's coming from a private subnet, um, uh, DMZ subnet, and then it goes out via NAT translation. I'm about to discuss the interview that was done with a large university. The names left out for security purposes. The names of the persons interviewed is also left out for security purposes. So I first spoke to the network team. As part of their migration to the cloud, they embarked on redesigning their network topology. The new topology can maintain a high speed cloud infrastructure with less network collision. In their transition to the cloud, they employed a hub and spoke topology to reduce VLAN broadcasts across the internal network and in turn improved security for all stakeholders and endpoints. So this diagram pretty much shows the traditional three-layer topology with the north-south movement. And this is the new topology they are using, the leaf spline or spline leaf in some literature, wherein there's a east-west movement. Here's a transit VPC, wherein it's pretty much the hub. All these are considered the spoke, which are VPCs that goes to various regions or of an organization. In the transit VPC, all the applications and the replication services are also stored. So you pretty much take two steps. You want some information, you go to the cloud, to the data center. From the data center to the transit VPC, back to region A, and vice versa. What is the transit VPC? It is compared to a central or DMZ VPC with two CSR 1000V set to high availability mode. Here, pretty much, it's a VPC setup showing the CSR 1000V and also showing some routing protocols that are used to help set up the AWS Direct Connect and the VPC in order for it to work along with an organization's network. I then went on to speak with the security team. Some advantages for the security team. AWS has some built-in processes that makes automating some functions much easier for the cybersecurity team. They like high availability encryption plus the PKI infrastructure as a code and the ability to have one log file, CloudWatch logs for all instances of the cloud that cybersecurity will manage. The ability to write a single script to automate events that would normally take days to complete. AWS also provides a one click option for a number of functions that is both good and bad. You can set up an instance really quick or take one down. The disadvantage, however, is they lack total control because the service providers such as AWS would be in control of the servers. They would not have any access to the servers. They can just provision via the web interface. Lack total visibility. If a department starts their own cloud and do not provide access to the cybersecurity team, then they wouldn't have any access at all to those servers. Developers, they would have to be retrained in order to develop methods for applications that from causing security failures in a cloud environment. Also spoke to the operations team. Basically, the operations team is just assisting with the decommissioning of physical machines. After they complete the move, the network and security teams complete the move to the cloud, then they will hand over the functions to the data center. In conclusion, cloud migration is a long process that will incur some cost, but is required to compete and stay relevant in a growing IT industry. Thank you and have a wonderful day.